Hi everyone, I'm Cinderay9, and welcome back to Let's Play Advance Wars Dual Strike. Remember this time. So, let's see who we got to face in this mission. Gangway, I'm here! Sup? Who are you? What? You can't be serious! If you're a veteran of Advance Wars 2, and even the original Advance Wars, this guy should look really familiar. Don't tell me Nell's little sis didn't tell you about me! I'm Orange Star's powerhouse, Max. I'm sure you've heard of me. We're kinda out in the sticks, so news is hard to come by. Alright, I'll let you off easy this time. So where's Rachel? She's back at HQ for a war council. She'll be back in a couple of days. Ain't that something? And after I came all this way to help too. But here I am. So let's go out there and take back all that land you lost. What's your name, kid? I'm Jake. I got transferred to the Omega land front a few days ago. Ha! Nice to meet you, Jake. Man, you've got a lot of nothing out here. If the black hole attacks with any force, there's nothing to stop them. Don't I know it? So what's your style, Max? I like to hit the enemy hard and fast. That's what he said. Yeah. No sneaking around for me. I like to pop him in the nose in direct combat. Pow! Yeah, you've got some serious guns. Any strategy you don't like? Yeah, Max is built. Yeah, I guess. Why don't you check out my CO profile for the details? Alright, cool. Commander Jake, bad news. We spotted black hole troops. What? Rachel's not here. Guess I have to step up. Whoa there, rookie. Running around without a plan is like painting a big fat target on your chest. Why don't you take a seat and let me show you how it's done? Word. That'll probably cut down on casualties and stuff. You're a smart kid. I like that. We'll be fighting side by side in no time. I'm gonna go kick some black hole. Watch and learn, Jake. Go get him, Max. Mission 3, Max attacks. Let's go. And this girl should also look familiar if you're a veteran of Advance Wars 2. This is Lash. She is Black Hole's mad genius, you could say. And mad inventor. I know that laugh. You've heard it before? Yeah, I know who it is. What a pathetic bunch. I'm so bored. Huh? She's just a young girl. Don't let her fool you. She roughed us up last time we fought. Hey, Lash! I thought we knocked some sense in you last time around. Oh, look. It's Orange Star's great big monkey boy, Max. Let me guess. They shipped you out here because you stink at indirect combat, right? Shut your trap! What are you scum doing out here anyway? I'll never tell. But I do know that while you guys are all beat up, Black Hole just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger. She's right about that. Shouldn't both of us be exhausted? What's going on? How'd you recover so quickly? Where'd you get your supplies and funding? Duh! Like I'd even tell you that. Don't worry, you'll find out soon enough. You lucky guys get to help me field test my latest invention. The Black Bomb! It's gonna blow your minds. You'll get a bang out of it. Black Bomb? It's nothing more than a big missile. Our copters will take it out. Copters can't attack it. I'd back off now if I were you. You're wasting your breath. Let's just get to the blasting. Max, check it out. The enemy has 2 mid-tanks. Relax, will ya? Take a look at what units we've got deployed. See those battlecopters over the sea? Use them right, we'll be just fine. Now listen up. There are 2 basic ways to defeat an enemy army. One way is to wipe out every one of its units. The other is to capture its HQ. On this map, capturing the HQ seems to be the best option, I think. Let's just move out and see what happens. And so, let's introduce Max. A brave and loyal friend, not to mention a strong fighter. Max hates any kind of treachery, preferring a good old-fashioned brawl. Hit, weight training. Miss, studying. Non-infantry direct combat units are tops. Indirect combat troops are reduced in range and firepower. As you can see, Max rules in direct combat, except with infantry and mechs. But anything else, he's the man. They'll get a power boost. But unfortunately, with all that muscle, he really didn't refine his indirect combat skills. So all of his indirect combat units are at -1 range. So be wary of that. And then we have Lash, the wonder kind of the Black Hole forces. She's small but fierce. Invented most of Black Hole's new weapons. Hit, getting her way. Miss, not getting it. Skilled in taking advantage of terrain features. Can turn terrain effects into firepower bonuses. Basically, for every star of defense that a terrain gives, she also turns it into attack power. She could be pretty scary if there's a lot of terrain for her to take advantage of. And she's normal with everything. She's a pretty good tactician too, even though a bit crazy. So, let's see. First of all, we have this black bomb. As you see, it has a huge move radius. And it's going to blow up. What we want to do is minimize casualties. Commander Max, our copters can't attack that missile. It's flying too high. Huh? Lash was telling the truth? Maybe the only way to hit it is with a fighter or ground units with anti-air capabilities. Ignore it. I'm sure it can't do much harm. Yes, sir. Okay, Jake. This is a battlecopter. It's a direct combat air unit. It can deal destruction to tank and mid-tanks. See that bridge to the left of the HQ? Stop the enemy tanks there if you can. Then, send your infantry to the enemy HQ with a transport copter. That'd be a solid plan. There's one other thing you need to remember with air units. Any guesses? Fuel, right? That's right, rookie. Air units burn fuel even when they're not moving. If an air unit runs out of fuel, it'll crash and burn. Air units can resupply and regain HP at airports, but there aren't any around. Air units can get fuel and ammo from APCs, so stick close to ours. This is a battlecopter. As Max said, it can do very well against tanks and even medium tanks. It's got a movement range of 6, so it can get around the battlefield really well. And even though you do have to worry about fuel with air units, as Max said, the battlecopter has a lot of fuel. It can use its primary weapon, missiles, 6 times, and that's what it mainly uses. That's what it uses to attack vehicles. It also has a machine gun to use against infantry and other helicopters. Now what we'll want to do is minimize damage from this black bomb, because unlike what Max said, it is going to hurt. Now, Max is going to explain what Lash meant about the cannon, about his not being too well at indirect combat, if I believe. Lash said something about indirect combat. What was she talking about? Like she said, I stink at it. I don't like shooting things from distances. Every CO has strengths and weaknesses. Keeping your own keeps you alive. So you'll run up against stuff in every battle that you're good at and bad at. Asking allies to handle the stuff you're bad at makes your army stronger, right? Yeah, that's the idea. If you need more intel on a CO's strengths, open the map menu and select CO. You'll find everything that you need. So, as you can see, Max artillery range is reduced by 1. Yeah, he doesn't have that 2 to 3 range like most people have with the artillery. He only has a range of 2. See, he can only hit things 2 spaces away, and that's it. Let's see here. This is a transport copter, a T-copter. It's not built for combat, it's for moving infantry around. Yeah, the transport copter has no weapons on it. The difference between this and an APC is transport copters can fly over water. We could get behind them and scam their HQ, right? That's one way to do it. Not one of my strong points, but it might work. One more thing. T-copters can't drop soldiers off on land while the copters are hovering over water. It's too risky. The grunts could end up in the drink. Yeah, that's basically their excuse for you not being able to be like, oh, here where my cursor is, and dropping off troops. The transport copter has to be on land and then drop troops off. So, I'm just going to move this here, and let's load up this mech unit. If I remember right, transport copters can only carry 1 infantry. Maybe. They may be able to carry 2. The APC can only carry 1, I know that much. Now, these infantry are going to move. We're going to want... Yeah, we'll go ahead and put him here. We'll put this here. And put this APC... Here, why not? Just because. And with that, you're going to get to see the Black Bomb in action. Go, go, Black Bomb! Ouch, I didn't move that transport copter enough out of the way. Oh well. As you can see, it did 5 HP of damage to things in a large radius. I think the radius is 3 or 4. It has a big blast radius. Whoa! It exploded! And did a ton of damage too! Stupid Black Bomb. I underestimated it. We gotta repair those copters! I know, but there aren't any airports in the area, so we can't repair them. Yeah. Air units can only be repaired on airports. They can't be repaired by cities, like ground units can. When a battlecopter loses HP, its attack power also drops. There's only one way to get our copters more HP. Yeah? How's that? Actually, we're not giving them HP. We're just joining 2 identical units together. Unfortunately, we'll only have 1 unit instead of 2, so it's a tough call. To merge units, move one of the units on top of the other one. You'll see the join command when you do. Select it and you're good to go. You gotta remember that the new unit's HP can't be more than 10 though. Got it? Basically, if you combine 2 6 HP units together, they can still only max out at 10 HP. Even though if I remember right, there's a little trick about that too. We'll go over that later. We'll go ahead and go here. See, even with 5 HP though, battlecopters are still a formidable unit. As you'll see right there. But I think it's a good idea to go ahead and combine these 2. Now what we're going to do with this transport copter is just what Max hinted at. We're going to sneak over to the enemy HQ and capture it. But in the meantime, we're going to keep our HQ safe. Now here's a full HP battlecopter in action. See? And you can go here. Now the battlecopters are blocking the road, see? The enemy won't be able to get there. Even though the mid-takes can damage the copters, they're going to not be very good at it. Oh, speaking of medium tanks, I haven't introduced them yet. This is a medium tank. Medium tanks are a bigger version of the tank, obviously. They have 1 less movement, less vision, less fuel, and even less main gun ammo. So, what's the big deal about a medium tank? It does more damage, and it can take more damage too. think of them as like the big brother to the tank. When we can start buying units, they'll cost more and everything else I said, but they make up for it with higher attack power. Let's go ahead and move this one as well. Oh, up here. And we'll finish you off. There you go. And with that, we'll end our turn. Alright, Lash. You took the brunt of the Black Bomb's explosion and you're still fighting? Oh, you guys stink! I gotta figure out how to produce Black Bombs at airports. Hint, hint for later. We're on to day 3. Hey Max, you knocked some heads in the front lines of the last war, right? Yeah, it was a rough one. We only won because we fought together. I got a feeling this is going to be tough, too. You're a bit short on allies. Well, you were the first CO to get Omega Lands back, Max. I'm psyched! I just happen to be the closest one, that's all. Call it fate. I didn't even get permission from HQ. I just rolled over here. What? Don't you kind of need permission, Max? Was that cool? Aren't there supposed to be policy meetings or something like that? When an entire continent's in danger, there's no time for meetings. I'm sure Nell will take care of all the red tape and paperwork for me. So the rest of your crew is back in Macroland? Yeah, they've got their hands full sweeping up the crumbs of Black Hove's army. I don't think they'll be over here to help anytime soon. That's too bad. We could use them. Keep your chin up, kid. You got me. And I'm not planning on throwing in the towel. Hell yeah, Max. Yeah, you're right. I'll get better too. We'll protect this continent together. Now you're talking. Yeah, Max is just a gung-ho kind of guy. You know, get in there, knock some heads around. That's just the kind of guy Max is. He's got the muscle to show it too. Alright. As Max and I were saying before, the battlecopters do really well against tanks. Observe. Even though tanks can counterattack and hit a copter, they're not going to do much. Oh, boo. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Go ahead and hit this tank. And you can hit that infantry. There we go. And end our turn. Alright, Lash, what you got? Oh, that tank's coming around. That's fine. And then we drop it off here. Now we're at the HQ. Now, battlecopters can hurt medium tanks. But medium tanks can hurt back. You see the huge difference between a medium tank and a tank now? So, yeah. Medium tanks, big and burly. Probably can't hurt the chopper now. Yeah. But see, even then, the battlecopter did have the advantage. It only took 1 HP, while the medium tank took 3. Also remember, Max has that direct attack damage boost, and he is doing more damage with the battlecopter than, let's say, Jake. Ah, the tank came back. Good. And we'll start capturing. This can go here just for future reference to block off the bridge. If the enemy somehow sniffed out what you're doing and you're capturing the HQ, you can always put a battlecopter here to block off the way. And just because, let's try to finish off this medium tank. 24%, we get lucky. Yes, good. Okay. Ah, here's something to point out. See this flashing bullet icon above the next to the HP of this battlecopter? It's telling you that it's low on ammo. By low, you can see it's at half its ammo. I think it'll flash if a main gun is at half its uses or less. I think it's round down, up. Basically, let's take the mech for example. If it had, I think, 1 shot left, it would start to flash, not 2 shots. I think that's how it works. We'll be seeing that more later. If we needed to give the battlecopter more ammunition, that's what APCs are for. Since this map's going to end, I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. But first, let's do as much damage as we can. It'd been better if that could hit it. Oh well. Gunfire max. There we go. So artillery still do quite a bit of damage to medium tanks. And Max isn't even that good at it with the reduced range. Three left. And this is how you would resupply. See? Back up to 6 missiles. Can we take out the medium tank? Yes. You can tell because you'll start to be able to tell because the unit didn't fire back after like some period of time like they usually do. And with that, that's an HQ capture victory. You won, Max! Let's grab that Lash and get her to tell us all about Black Hole's numbers. I doubt she's still around. She's a tough one to pin down. Aw, you're right. She bounced! What are they playing at? Wish I could tell you, kid. I was sure we'd finished off their boss. We're not gonna figure it out, though. Let's go grab some grub. I hear that. I want you to tell me about your time on the front lines, too. I got enough stories to talk all night. First, there's this boy, Andy. And Andy is also from the 1st and 2nd Advance Wars. Yeah, that's another S rank. That won't last. Just predicting it now. Check out these guns. See, Max is ripped. He may even go up there and punch a tank. Like, we don't see it. He just goes up there and punches a tank. That's why his direct units do more damage. That'd be really cool, actually. Anyway. There we go. Let y'all see that. Mission complete. Yay! Save current data, where would you like to save? Here, sure.
Move out.
And I think we'll save this mission for next time. So, I'm Cinder89. Remember to shoot for the stars, and take care, everyone.